Hey guys, Chart Stoppers back with another video. In this channel we take a look at different stocks and map out their key support and resistance areas on their chart. It's important to know these areas before buying any stock, and it's also important to know what kind of a trend a stock is in before you buy into it. Support and resistance is one of the most important things you should know about a stock before you either buy or sell. Also, if you're doing any day trading, swing trading, or options, you're definitely going to want to get familiar with support and resistance. Just to let you know, I'm not a financial expert. These videos are for educational purposes only, but I am here to point out key factors on the charts which do impact the price action of a stock. Okay, I also provided a link in the description for Webull. You could use it to start an account and get 2 free stocks. I also provided a link for Robinhood. You could use that to start an account and get 1 free stock. Okay, and just to let you guys know, we will be doing 3 videos per week on 3 different stocks, so if you have a recommendation, leave a comment below and I'll try to get to it, okay? So let's get into the market today. Today is April 22nd, 2021. And you could see here today we had a big change in momentum about halfway through the day. Right here, everything was on an uptrend. Everything was nice in the market. And around 1 o'clock today, President Biden came out and said he was going to raise the capital gains taxes. Or he didn't actually come out and say that, but there is rumors that he's going to be coming out and coming out in a couple days and giving more information on that, which pretty much means it's going to be true. So they're talking about raising the capital gains tax to around 40% or so. So that caused a big change in momentum in the stock market today and caused a lot of selling pressure to come in around 1 o'clock, like I said. So the S&P 500, it finished down 0.91%. The Dow finished 0.93% down, and the NASDAQ finished 0.94% down. So everything about 1% down today. Everything was up, and it finished down today. So let's get into the stock we're going to take a look at today and see how it did today. We're going to be looking at NIO, and I've done a couple other videos on NIO, and I've mapped out my chart before on those videos, so I will provide a link to one of those videos in the upper right hand corner. You should be seeing that about now, and you could go back and watch that to see where I got to where I'm at now with my chart. Okay, so let's take a look at their chart today. Actually NIO did pretty good. Okay, it was up a lot more than it finished the day, but it's currently trading at $39.48. It finished the day up 1.72%. Okay, in the after hours it's down 9 cents. Okay, so that's the current price right now is 39.48 in the after hours. So about $39.50. So we're going to take a look at what NIO's been doing. As you may know, NIO has been involved in a EV stock market crash in the past couple months. Ever since February, you could see it hit the all-time high on January 11th of this year, and it tried to retest it a couple times, couldn't quite make it up to that all-time high. But once the correction started in February of the NASDAQ, these EV stocks got hit really hard, and NIO being on the front line of that, and it lost about half of its value. And a little bit more than that, actually, during the midst of the correction, which was, you could see it hit the low right here on March 5th, and that was at $31.91, and it's recovered since then. It actually made it back up to about $45, and then we saw another second wave of this crash because of the chip shortage that came out during this area right here and caused more selling pressure on these stocks, okay? So what you're going to see here on this chart is a channel I have mapped out. I've had this mapped out for a while because it's been trading inside this channel right here in between these 2 red lines ever since February, okay? So we're looking for this thing to break out of its channel, which is a bearish channel, and we're looking for a breakout to the upside here. And it looks like we're getting that in the past couple days, okay? It's been a long, hard road to get to this point. There's been a couple fake outs, like right here. You could see this day on April 14th. It did break out, but then quickly went right back in. And I've had to move this channel, I think, once already because it was a false breakout. I did have it a different way. I think I had it like this. Let me move it to show you how I had it. I had it up here, and then it was coming down here, and as you could see, it broke out on this day right here, which was the 13th of April, and it looked like it was going to break out to the upside. But then, as you could see, went right back down and tested that low of $35 where that support is. So I had to move my line, and you could see it's been stuck in this channel ever since then. Until the past couple days, though. We're getting a little bit of a swing in momentum here, and it looks like it might finally be breaking out of this bearish trend it's been in, and hopefully moving back up to all new highs. So what you're going to see here on this daily chart is I have this support line in green, which is at 30, or no, not the green line. That's actually at where it's currently sitting, holding support, which would be $37, and let me zoom in, 50 cents. Okay, I have my support line at $35 right here. It should be at $35. I don't know, I think I moved it. Let me move it back down to 35 here. It might have got moved at some point during the day, I'm not sure, but I'll just move it right back there. Okay, so my support's at $35 on this, and that should be on everyone's chart. It's been testing that support for a while now, ever since this correction started. You can see it's hit a triple bottom. It hit the bottom right here, which is the 8th, and it hit it these couple days right in here, and it just retested it a couple days ago right in here. Okay, so a triple bottom on the support line, and that is usually, if it holds that support line and doesn't break down to the downside, usually that's a good sign. Okay, and that's what NIO did. Okay, you can see the wicks on the candles right here on these bottoms, showing that buying pressure came in soon as it dropped below this $35 support. So the buyers came in and pushed that price right back up as it dropped below this line right here, this price point. So that's a very good sign, and as you can see, it held that line, and now it's moving on to the upside, and we've had a couple big days right here where it's swinging upwards and hopefully gaining some traction as we go forward. There's been a lot of good news coming out lately about NIO, and you know, a lot of it's been just getting eaten up because of this market situation. You know, things have been getting crazy in the market, and it seems like good news equals bad news these days, but you know, you just can't keep a good stock in a good company like this down for that long. And that's what's happening here. Okay, a lot of people have been shorting this stock also, and that's what's been holding it down. So hopefully we're going to see a momentum swing and those shorts become bulls, and we're going to see them buy in and go on the next big bull run for this stock. And it looks like it's starting to start right here. But the next thing we need to see is NIO close the day above $40, because that's a big thing in people's eyes. You see it below $40, and it looks like a cheaper stock than it is. Okay, just that $40 price in your mind just does something and triggers, you know, it seems like, you know, it shouldn't be below $40, and when it is above $40, I think that's when the FOMO will start kicking in, and people will see it start to rise above $40. And I think that's going to bring a lot more momentum into this stock. So we need to close above $40, and we need to stay there for a couple days for this thing to really get going. Now, for trade ideas for this one, I mean, you can buy some calls down here if you want, but I would not buy any short-term calls on this, because again, this could be another false breakout here. You never know what's going to happen in the market conditions these days. You know, good news seems like bad news these days, and you just don't know. So right now, I would really be hesitant about grabbing calls and trying to go long on this in the short term. I would rather be grabbing leaps or longer term calls just to be on the safe side, so you're not getting killed every day by the theta decay. So just to let you guys know, I actually just own shares of the stock. I stopped playing the options because you could see right in this area I was playing some options, and I was just getting eaten alive by the sideways trading and the downward momentum. You know, you were just waiting for this breakout of this trend line, and it just never happened back in here. So I learned my lesson on the options real quick, and now I'm just playing the shares, and I'm just going to hold them, you know, until we get that nice big upswing for a nice swing trade. Okay, so that's what I would recommend right here, is buying below 40 and probably riding this thing up at least to around 45 if you're looking short term. You know, at least you're going to hit this right here, this 50-day moving average at 43.36. That's going to be a little bit of resistance, but it's pretty much wide open until you get to $45 right here. So this is a nice $5 swing in the short term in my eyes, and at least, you know, if we pass that, you could be looking on up here. I think it was, this line got moved too. I'm not sure what happened to my chart here. Sorry about that if you've been looking at it wrong for the whole video, but this should have been around $56 for our next support. It should be right in here, you could see. So after the $45 support is broken, or the resistance that it is now, we're going to be looking for a swing up to 56. So this thing could move fast. That's why I would get in with shares now, and I would, you know, if I'm doing options, I would be doing the longer term options, okay, just so you're not getting killed on the theta burn every day. So that's what I recommend on NIO for now. I'd be watching this the next couple days just to make sure it stays out of this downtrend that it's been in. That's a very big thing right here. It's been in this downtrend for months, and if we could stay out of it and keep on this uptrend right here, I think we're in pretty good shape for a nice big swing to the upside. Okay, so that's what I'll be watching in the next couple days. You could see it was getting close right here to our 200-day moving average, crossing with our downtrend. So we didn't, that's where I have my green trend line, is following my 200-day moving average. So that's our uptrend right here in this green, and it was going to cross with our downtrend very soon along our 200-day moving average on our daily chart. And you could see it only had a couple days to break out to the upside or the downside, and it chose to break out to the upside, and that's a very good sign for bullish momentum. And you could see also at the bottom of our screen here, the RSI on the daily chart is slowly picking up. It was down here during the correction, and it's been slowly creeping up too. So you got to keep an eye on that. Also, a lot of more people are coming back to the stock, and I think once people see it above 40 again, and a couple more green days in a row, I think that's when the momentum will really start to kick in on this one, and we'll go to at least 45 real quick, probably within the day or two. So I'd be keeping an eye on this one. Keep it in your watch list if you're not already in. If you are in, I'd grab shares and sit back and just relax right at this price. Maybe try to get it on a morning dip. Just grab some cheaper shares than what it is. And that's it. So that's my video on NIO. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any new content like this. Also hit the notification button too. And we will see you next time on Chart Stoppers.